Welcome to Creators Cut. Today on the show, I got Talib Kweli. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty great. I'm happy to have you back on our, little YouTube channel. Today, we're going to talk about definition, but before that, we're going to get into the latest Heads Up, Eyes Open, Radio Silence, November 17th, kids. Mark your calendars.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to the camera at all. I just now realized we're on camera. All right, cool. Yeah. I do this too. I'm over here tweeting like, how are you? What's going on, Special?
It's so good. All right, Heads Up, Eyes Open. Incredible video. You guys shoot this one in LA?
We did. We shot it in Los Angeles with Yummy and Rick Ross, and the director was Andrew Smith. I forget the name of his company, but it's in there in the video.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Why did you guys choose to shoot in LA? Just convenience, or was that kind of...
I did a record with Rick Ross for a mixtape, and then I asked him to do this record with me, and we both happened to be in LA, and the director lived in LA, and it just made sense. I knew that I wanted to release this song I knew I wanted to do a video for this song, so even though the album's just coming out now, we knocked it out. It was just convenient. We had to fly Yummy in to LA, but me, the director, and Rick Ross were already in the town.
Sweet. And you released this one on your birthday. Was that intentional or just kind of happened?
It was intentional. In this era, you always look for looks and things that are going to draw traffic to what you're trying to do. I'm not an artist at this point that's getting a lot of radio play, or I'm not an artist at this point that has a lot of marketing dollars behind it. So you have to find unique marketing opportunities, and I'm not above using my birthday as a marketing opportunity.
Yeah. I think it's a good celebration. Not only that, but, it did draw people in. If you scroll through the comments, everybody's like, happy birthday, happy birthday. I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Right.
They fucked with it. I like
that
a lot.
It was good. It was, it was trying to create a perfect storm.
Definitely. I love when you say perfect storm, because I go to Never Been in Love. Good times. The video is powerful. Was this your idea, the director's idea, or a collaboration?
This was the director's idea. Most of it, so before the storyline of the video, we filmed the performances. And the storyline was written and filmed after the performances were filmed.
Oh, okay.
We sort of, out of convenience, filmed everyone performing, and then looked at the footage and then said, okay, now we need to add a story to it.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's so dope, too, because sometimes... or these days with videos, people will just do, performance, like, all right, cool, that's nice, but when you put the storyline behind it, it's super dope. So were you like, hey, this is the storyline I want, or the director was like, oh, no, I like this idea? The
director came with the storyline, and what's interesting is that it was edited a little bit. The storyline is, the two different types of black men living in the same house, and how their journeys are different. There was actually a scene that not a scene, but there's a scene in there where it's implied that one of the characters shoots somebody.
Yeah.
And the original version, you heard the gunshot, and it was a lot more literal. I felt that even though I understood why that made sense for the story, I felt that hearing a gunshot and having that be so literal in this song didn't work for me. I understand, the lyrics are very realistic, and I'm considered a positive artist, and I deal with positivity, but we can't ignore the negative in our lives, and I'm never about censoring an artist or ignoring negativity. But for this particular song, the name of the song is Heads Up, Eyes Open. That was just a flash of the gun bang.
Yeah.
Heads Up, Eyes Open. The idea is, how does faith and make us work to get out of these situations? So we definitely removed the gunshot, which I was happy that we did, being that this video came very shortly after that Vegas situation.
Definitely. Oh, that's super powerful.
And there's a lot of rap videos that glamify, I just made up a new word, glorify and glamorize violence. And even with the gunshot, that's not what this song or video is doing.
Exactly.
But I felt like I wanted to keep it more positive for this.
Interesting. And then you mentioned kind of the lyrics behind the whole thing. Do you have a favorite line from the song, either from you or Rick Ross?
Well, all respect to Rick Ross for jumping on it. I mean, what I like about what Rick Ross did was he used an opportunity to do a song with me to sort of emote and to say things that you don't necessarily always hear him say. Rick Ross has always been a very sort of a visually entertaining artist where he's painting real pictures. People relate to what he's saying. You know, records like there's things he says on records like Trap, that record which I really like, that are just wow. I completely relate to that. But him saying, talking about blowing weed smoke on the cover of the Source, and I apologize to the bitches in the hotel. Like, you know, it's like I was happy to be a part of that for him. Yeah. My verse, I like a lot. My first verse, I like all the verses, but I like my first verse a lot. That first verse existed on that beat. The beat is by Jay Rhodes. That first verse was on that beat for 2 years before Rick Ross or Yummy were on that record. Wow. So it's like that was the first thing I wrote when I heard that beat.
Crazy. And Jay Rhodes is out of Dallas, correct?
Yeah.
Super, super dope. Anything else you want to say about this video or this song?
I hope people get radio silence, and I'm excited about it. And you know, the song, I got the phrase "heads up, eyes open" from a guy named Headquarters who used to run with Premiere, whose Premiere is named a studio after Headquarters. So that's something that Headquarters would say as his greeting and as he's leaving you. He'd be like, "Heads up, eyes open," and he passed away. But I'll never forget. That's something that stayed with me. Him saying that.
Super powerful. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure and get down in those comments. Let me know what your favorite part was. You can check out the next episode with Talib for definition right there, and click right there to subscribe.